Hello, everybody, and we are back with more Shadows of the Old World. So we kind of ended in a weird spot. We're like right before the end of chapter 2, so right now we're in this kind of weird interim of both chapter 2 and 3, which is kind of fitting considering I'm trying to get something troubleshooted. Apparently there's this weird caching issue going on with the Forge right now, so when I try to update a lot of the backgrounds, it's only two. It's sometimes it's some of them are updated as chapter 2, but some of them have updated to chapter 3, but some are still stuck on chapter 2. So hey, glitch reflects real life, I guess.
We need to talk about sentient virtual tabletop now.
Probably.
Okay. Huh.
Troubleshoot it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
There's a couple weird things that go on with this system, but it really does feel like we're constantly it's like we're exchanging. But when changing tabletops, you're always exchanging one thing
Set
for
of issues
one.
for another.
Yeah. But
Kind
hey,
of the same with exchange. Sorry.
well, I mean, we're already here, so
I still
not
feel
much
I
we
still
can
feel
do.
like this is better than Roll20.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of the same with switching to RPG systems. You're always exchanging one set of issues for another, and like Ellie said, I feel that Pathfinder 2e is still working out better than 3.5 was.
He was talking about Foundry, I think.
I know, I'm saying it also applies to changing systems as well.
Okay.
Same principle.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's it's a learning. It is a learning experience for all of us, but but yeah, we're getting better at it. There's things I'm learning about the system. There's things I'm learning about how combat is run. There's things I'm learning about there. It just I found out some things. If I had known about them, I would have run some things in the past in this campaign a little bit differently.
Darling, love you very much. Please play.
I'm kind of there too. Give me my game, please.
I'm okay. Now I'm starting to get scared.
Please.
All right, so
They're gonna start forming a mob if we don't get started.
jeez Louise, what have I
When
done?
What was
Finn
that?
is threatening you.
No, I said them. I think they're gonna start forming a mob if we don't get started.
All right, so
Cal doesn't need a mob. She's the wife.
all right. So, in the last session, the party was woken up fairly early in order to get to Mount Bolus at in a decent time frame. Along the way there, the party had some relatively interesting conversations as they approached the murder site of around a decade ago. As they got down to the area, they had set up camp and decided to wait to go to the murder site until the next day. However, in the middle of the night during watch, Olwen spotted a wolf. And this was the wolf that Shylin had seen in his vision when he drank the potion of shared memories. Everyone was quickly roused, and they headed over to follow the wolf. The wolf led them to the murder site, but before they could do any investigation, they were attacked by a group of bandits. As they fought off the bandits, they quickly realized that the bandits seemed to be afraid of fire. After the battle, they noticed that parts of the area were getting caught with flames. Then, after putting them out, both Adrian and Shylin started having hallucinogenic visions. They quickly realized what was happening to them, and everyone quickly fled the scene before anyone else would be affected. That is when Flint deduced that what this was, a hallucinogen, but caused by the burning of the plants. And and everyone kind of realized at the same time that this is probably what happened to Raquel. There are still some mysteries about the situation that need to be solved. So let's see if our intrepid heroes can figure it all out. So, you all headed back into your tents because you did see storm clouds coming. While the storm wasn't too strong, it did bring down the temperature significantly. For some, the rain was actually soothing, almost like a lullaby. But for some, the chill was a little bit too much, especially those who are used to the very, very high heat of the Eastern Dominion. So,
Shay had his hand raised.
yes.
Okay. The map answered my question for me. I didn't know if 7 had a tent.
Yeah. Everyone had a tent.
This
So-
looks amazing on screen because the rain is only on the tents, and it looks like it's raining inside the tents.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of camping, where you're looking outside and you can see the raindrops on the tent itself.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Basically, what we've established is that some of us are cold and some of us are so cold.
yeah, some of you are cold and some of you are really cold. Some of you are really bundled up into your blankets. You really don't want to get out of your tents right now. Adrian, you're looking. You wake up, but you don't feel cold at all. You're looking around, and you don't feel cold at all, which is weird because you're usually not so great with the cold.
DM question.
Yes.
The Temple of the Blades of Amata, that was in the Eastern Dominion, right?
No. No. It was in the UAA.
Okay. So yeah, okay. So I'm not one of the ones freezing myself up from the cold.
No,
I thought it was.
No, it was in a mountain. No, yeah, yours was in a mountain monastery. So you're not comfortable, but you're better off than most people. This isn't fantastic, but you're not suffering.
Okay,
That's
fair enough.
All right. Agent wakes up, and notices that he actually kind of still feels kind of warm, which is weird. But other than that, it's almost like he's getting ready for the day. So one of the things he's gonna do, he's gonna look down at his pocket watch, see what he's probably gonna need for whatever it is. So he's gonna. Actually, you know what? Probably should go to my spell book and get delete what.
Sorry.
Okay, so so move you out and move you in, and I'll just delete. Oh, sorry, don't mind that. I was trying to delete it. There we go. Okay, and moving you into there. Okay. All right, I think that's good for the day.
Dagnabbit is still doing it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, we'll deal with it.
How many times must I change that back?
Anyway, so Adrian's just getting up. notices the rain on the tent. And you're like, DM, is it is more like a light drizzle, or does it feel like rain is actually coming down?
It's not a torrent, but it's not a drizzle.
All right. All right. Let's. Adrian's just gonna say. All right. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait this out. He's going over and he's looking over some of his notes about regarding the sword, Thultanthar, all that stuff, and then he's sort of like writing stuff down as far as what to do next. And he's thinking back to the what emotions came over him during when he was trying to put out the fire on the plants. Then it's kind of like shakes his head. It's like, no, I can't be right. I just, what would? He sort of calls out to the tent to his left. Owen, you up?
Yes, Ivan, I will marry you. I mean, what?
Oh,
Okay,
man!
hold a second. What? What did she say?
Been reading Dragon Song, The Tale of Amber Hawthorne and Ivan Wilbur, then she got to the proposal part.
Oh.
That's funny.
Hey, Owen, what? Did you see anything? No, I did not see you reading your romance novels again. Good.
Hey, just be glad it wasn't the saucier ones.
Thank goodness Flint didn't hear that.
No, sorry. I'm just seeing if you're up.
I am, like, I'm not on stakeouts.
All right. Adrian looks over to like his clothing. I really don't want. All right. He puts on. DM. Did the heavier coats? Do they have hoods?
Yes.
Adrian puts the hood up and walks over towards Owen's tent. Hey, if you have a moment, I kind of like to talk about something.
Okay, I'm talking here.
Sure.
Okay.
Adrian gets in. Little crowded in here.
She scooches back as far as she can to the back of the tent and puts her gun sort of sideways on her lap so that it's not facing towards him at all as she continues working on polishing. Also see that she is sitting on a couple of books, almost as if she is trying to hide them from. She's not doing a very good job.
So, yesterday, after we put out the fire, I experienced something.
Her eyebrows shoot up, and she puts the the cleaning materials to the side. Kind of thing.
Something that, if I was in therapy, would be something I would, talk about. Intellectual superiority, homesickness, maybe my love of Schadenfreude, but something was different. It was to an extreme I don't think I've ever thought about. Like, the homesickness was something about abandoning a mission while, abandoning a mission and just going straight home, and the intellectual superiority thing. I don't think I ever want to experience that. They were to a violent extreme.
Sounds like where that was. Not the worst in. The same thing happened to Crusader Pant there too.
Oh, you mean Valentine?
Seemed really scared too. You scared?
That is an emotion that I'm feeling. Thing is, if Shylin felt the exact same emotions or exact same effects that I went through, they want to and there's no way in all the 9 hells I'm gonna let Flint and Shylin weaponize that.
I do see where both sides are coming. On the hand, it could be useful, but on the other hand, it's bordering on chemical warfare. And I do have moral objections to that.
I also
don't think Flint can be reasonable. We talk with him about it and express our concerns.
the kid really likes it when things go boom. And this is one instance where I kind of need to put my foot down. Like, I'm okay with getting a sample or two from the area. But there's also another concern of mine. Given how dangerous this thing is, and you know all the things that my dad and my mom went through, right?
My heart.
This is a thing that I think we should put a kibosh on before it becomes a future problem.
I agree about weapon making. In order for them to be able to prove Will's innocence, or at least out of right-mindedness, experiments do need to be done. So I agree in regards to, I don't want them to use this as a weapon either. Could so dangerous. It could. She swallows. It reminds me a little bit of the Spider Woman.
Yeah.
She did to all of those people. Well, and
Adrian
who
nods.
else?
Yeah, Adrian nods in agreement, which is why after we get a couple of samples, Adrian puts a hand, is like cracking his knuckles a bit. I'm gonna make sure no one ever has to has the ability to use that.
I think we need to talk with him first. If you just take that quit without telling them, there could be resentment. We may wind up stuck with each other for a while. I agree that needs to be taken care of.
Of course.
Maybe. And I do think also that we should perhaps send a sample of it to a more scientifically minded, perhaps some folks in the university could study it further.
I do know one guy, and I guarantee he'll allow us to use his lab. or at least use his classroom for it. And doing so, we might have to split up in regards to this plant. One to the university, one to inform the Karshers, and the other to the asylum doctor. See, I get a behavioral analysis if he had any experience with it.
I looks up at Adrian, and you kind of see a steely determination in her eyes. I'm staying with Flint because he's going to need a test subject. Of all of us, the least dangerous when I'm unarmed.
All right. In that case, I'll go with you to escort you to the university. And I guess amongst the others, we'll determine who goes to the doctor and who goes to Raquel's place.
If I may sort of posit my own suggestion, if I know Shylin at all, I have a feeling that he may have ticked off someone somewhere, but we should probably have him go to the one he didn't tick off.
Fair enough. All right.
And I think that personally, I don't think that once you escort us to the lab, you may need to speak with the doctor. Whether you feel angered or righteously superior, you are one of the more intelligent of us. At least based on
Ari,
education alone.
Breaking up a lot. It's hard to
Oh,
make
sorry.
out the same.
Oh, stupid microphone.
I got the gist of it though. Excuse me. All right. In that case, yeah, I'll head to the doctors. Maybe I'll take Oshimi with me because apparently she doesn't like. I don't know. Something's going on with them and with her and Shylin. But yeah. But anyway, thanks for the talk. And maybe later we can exchange information on Hollyhock, and I can give you a little bit of information on Arpolian.
Oh, I've already started a case file. Pulls out a little stack, a teeny little thing of papers. I've already started a case file based on what you told me.
Oh, that's a little bit. May I have a look?
Sure. Actually, I can legit send it to you because I actually have made it.
Okay.
We are a very extra couple when it comes to our TTRPGs.
You two? Extra? I never would have guessed.
Don't worry, I did an extra thing too, but I don't think I sent it to Josh today.
Hang on, I'm sending it to you, voice. 1 second. I'm sending it on Discord.
All right, I'll wait on the thing.
I started working on it once we came back from the clearing.
Oh. Okay, Adrian's looking at the case filing. Interesting. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I knew this guy personally.
You knew him before?
I mentioned this to Hoshimi while we were in the prison, but in jail. He was a former professor at the university. Same subject as me, but his student success rate was a lot lower. And
So you're telling me that my suspicions of bribery are very likely.
Very. Unfortunately, but also, he's kind of an idiot.
Those make them that makes them easier to catch.
And hopefully.
See, daddy
you know,
issues, those are the easiest.
No more, the guy had a, what's the word? He has a Xylan complex.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, and you know that eye patch that my Chancellor has?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, he did it doing something really, really stupid. And I mean that in more than ways than one.
I know that there's probably a really cynical answer to this question, but I'm asking honestly, how do these people get into places of power if they're so stupid?
What he makes up for what he lacks in intelligence, he makes up for his pockets.
Oh, charisma.
That's one way of putting it.
Really hot kind of a... He has a Napoleon and he's very, very magically gifted.
Your guy has a Napoleon complex.
Huh? He's a halfling.
Oh. Well, I guess Heinrich kind of has that.
What is Heinrich?
No, that's our Polo.
No.
Heinrich.
I meant what race is he? That way I know who to look for.
Oh, he's human. But I might as well just call him a gremlin.
Doggy would like to have
That's
a word with you, sir.
I think that's disrespectful to Sybil.
Oh. No. Sybil's not a gremlin. He's a how do you pronounce it? A Wayang?
Bless you.
All right, but anyway, we'll talk a little bit more about that. In the meantime,
Sure.
In the meantime, I have to talk to Jalen because he has the face masks.
True.
All right, and thanks for listening.
Anytime, but she kind of reaches out to, like, rub his shoulder, but then sort of takes her hand back. Someone to talk to about the homesick. I'm here if you need it. Go away a lot. Oh, I do kind of understand.
Adrian nods. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Adrian's gonna head over to Jylan's tent. Jylan, you awake?
Yes, I am. Yes,
we
you can come in.
Oh, sure. Sorry, I was just wondering if you have those face masks ready. I think we're gonna head on up to the earlier site.
Yeah, it's a crude thing, but it's the super cloth that should cover Adrian's face, and he pans it over. I've got ones cut for everyone.
All right, very well.
I'm not sure how well it will fit on 7.
All right. Well, Adrian proceeds to put this on, and sorry, I'm getting in character. I am putting a face mask on. All right, there we go.
Almost like we've been living with them for a year and a half.
Actors.
All right. All right. Fits okay. Over the nose. Good under the mouth. Good
Are
under
you
the chin.
actually putting a face mask on? You suddenly sound slightly muffled.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what he said.
Oh,
Yes, I
You
have a
literally
face.
just said that.
I missed that. I spaced out.
It's okay. Yes, I actually have a face. All right, fits on the chin. Good. All right. All right, I think so. All right, this will do. Thanks.
Okay,
I'll-
good. I'm not exactly much of a tailor, so best
Thank you.
effort.
Given what you're working with is actually really nice. All right.
In a Valentine, we have good material to work with.
Been meaning to ask ask about that yesterday. What type of thoughts went through your head regarding the points to his nose regarding the drug?
Why do you ask?
I wonder if they're the same violent extremes that I went through.
They were violent. They were extreme. Yes. I warned the others to get away because I was afraid I was going to start hurting them. Oh,
Right. All right. And, well, doing so, I was talking with Olwen about this, and I think we should probably limit how many of these things we take.
how many masks do we take?
No. How many of the plant we take?
And why do you say that?
I want to prevent a problem before it becomes one.
And what problem are you thinking of?
Adrian looks towards Lieutenant Rames's tent. Just in case we can't trust my former student. And
You want to make sure that they can't be weaponized by the guards or by anyone else.
Adrian agrees with a nod. Exactly.
He is actually giving Adrian a very odd look. I agree with that. That's wise and cautious. There's one problem.
What's that?
Disposal. The quickest method of getting rid of the plants would be to burn them. Obviously, there's a reason why that would be undesirable. We could try to cut them up, crush them, or use other methods, but you would still be if the drug is activated by burning. I mean, those methods aren't going to render the plant unusable. So how does one actually dispose of the excess material in a way that won't simply be causing a large smoke of kill everyone to billow throughout the air?
Adrian, remember what I did to that rusty cage?
Disintegration.
Yep. I got it. Yeah, it's innate. I can take care of it from a distance. Either that, or I can freeze dry them.
I'm overly cautious. I would recommend both, but I would still recommend keeping the mask on just in case the disintegrated particles are enough to cause the effects.
Of course. Anyway.
Still,
Alright.
you're correct. Having a source like that is dangerous, and I have a theory on that, but I'd rather speak to everyone, especially since you all did something yesterday. And I want to, or rather, you didn't do something yesterday. And I need to know why.
Alright. Well, that can wait. Adrian turns around, sees Hoshimi's up. In the meantime, I think we should distribute these guys.
Agreed.
Oh, good morning, Professor.
Adrian waves over, and you can see he's wearing the mask that Jylin gave him.
What is that thing on your face?
He lifts it up so he can talk a little bit. Protection.
As we were saying yesterday, it's in case there are any lingering fumes that we might end up inhaling.
You think there's going to be lingering fumes in this weather? But
I'd
still,
rather not take the chance.
yes, I was about to say, perhaps best not to risk it.
Yes. Perhaps not.
So, knock knock, Flint. Oh! Olwen, hello.
Flint opens up the tent flap and then steam starts pouring out. Oh, hey, join the party!
What?
And Sean, like, immediately just ties the mask on his face as quickly as humanly possible.
What? What in the name of...
It's
Has a
just
steam.
steam. It's
Has
just
a
steam,
heating
right?
element.
Oh my god, Josh, shut up.
Need some of blood.
I was thinking 420 blaze it, but sure.
What? Oh my goodness. You shut up too, Bliss. And you, Doc. Dagnabbit. Oh my goodness. I wanted
And
to...
then you...
Yes?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you something about something I heard last night.
What did you hear?
I heard something that sounded like a rather frightened animal screaming. But looking around, there weren't really any animals that it would have fit. You know plenty about the forest, so...
Well, what did it sound like?
I
Can you
guess
imitate it for me? Maybe I can piece it together.
Ah!
you be
way,
quiet, Snow
A
White.
barracuda? I don't think there would be barracudas in the forest.
By the way, that scoff was actually in character from Shyland. That
It it sounded like an animal was almost scared. She kind of imitates like a sort of half-hearted fox cry, sort of.
So would I be able? Could I roll, or would I know what that is?
You know what that is. You made that cry last night.
Oh, that was me. Yeah, funny story about that. That's actually a species you're very familiar with.
What?
Zoo like face palms and points to Flint, indicating that he's the one who made the sound.
Do you have a tail hidden under that coat of yours?
If I would, it would look awesome.
So, how much?
I mean, he's not wrong.
How much time have you spent in nature that you can imitate an animal's cry so well as to fool someone?
Well, let's just say pretty much my entire working life has been spent in nature in different biomes. In fact, that's the whole reason I'm so prepared right now. I have these heating elements in my backpack. You rub it in between your hands and then they dissipate, and then it just makes this nice little steamy paradise here whenever it gets cold outside.
I'll take your word for it. On the steam anyway, but can you show me? I'm quite curious.
Sure, I could teach you if you want.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
You want to come in?
It's a little tight, don't you think?
I don't take up much room.
She looks over at Olwen.
pushes herself into the corner of the tent as well as she can. She is kind of a tall bean in that she's 5'9" without the horn.
Okay, no, put Olwen back so I can see Flinton. We'll just say Hoshimi squeezed in too. So Hoshimi kind of tucks herself in. Yes, show me this fox cry of yours.
Sure. Before I do, though, Olwen, was there something you needed to ask me? You came here first.
Oh, well, we're just going drug hunting soon, so I just wanted to make up.
Going what?
Oh yeah,
hunting?
Oh, speaking of which, I've actually been doing a little bit of research. I've been doing a little bit of studying up on exactly what these things are, what effects that they have. I'm writing a whole entry about it. I think so far I've spent 1 hour on research and like 5 hours coming up with a cool name for it.
Sounds about right.
He's 15. He's 15.
I think you'll all
he's
be impressed with my
15,
work.
He's 15. He's 15. He's 15. What?
I think I'm just enjoying it.
Anyway, what's this? Anyway, what was it you had asked? Olwen? I'm sorry, I have already forgot what you asked.
It's fine. I just wanted to make sure that he was awake, for hallucinogen hunting. Whee!
Ah, the foraging.
Yeah, I think I spent more time awake than asleep tonight because I'm pretty excited myself. I've never really been able to study a plant that's never been studied before. It's like I'm making nature right now.
That's actually a nice way to think of it.
I suppose.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I want to go check on Seven. I haven't heard much from her this morning. And that worries me.
I'm sure she's just been asleep.
Yeah, I'm considering the day we've all had. I wouldn't try to wake her up if she's asleep. But you could check on her if you
Yes.
want.
Well, if she's asleep, then definitely.
But you want to make sure.
Just to be on the safe
Probably
side.
had a weird day too.
Understandable. Now I'm gonna tuck myself in here because holy crap, moisture. Moist.
It's actually kind of if you think about the what do you call it? If you think about the fact that there's steam, the weather effect actually works perfectly in Flint's tent.
It really does. Hoshimi was trying to come into the tent.
Yeah, she's in.
Oh, it's not showing that way on my screen.
Oh.
Whatever.
We could close the door. Would that work? Let's see. How's that?
It's probably just my screen lagging again.
Okay.
Okay, so I remember you mentioned that you quite love being in the forest, but I have to admit, you being able to do such an animal cry is impressive.
Well, honestly, I've been around animals so long for most of my life. I probably speak animal better than I speak human, if you know what I mean.
Now, she kinda looks at him, thinks on how much he babbles in all of his, techno jargon. I believe it.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Not only have I gotten to know animals in their natural habitat and gotten to know what they're all about and how they function, but in some ways, I've even helped them improve a little bit when they need it.
Improve?
And I don't just mean healing them, I also mean, advancing them, per se?
What do you mean?
Flint's getting a little nervous, wondering if he should even say it, knowing what he's seen with Seven and so forth. Look, it's nothing that hurts them. It's nothing bad. It helps them, actually. Every experiment that I've done helps animals.
But you experiment on animals.
Well, technically we experiment on ourselves, we test it on ourselves, and then we see if it works on the animals. We essentially go to biomes with animals that have been played a bad card in life, and we basically do what we can to help them better survive. Like ducks with shorter legs, we create formulas to kind of help them swim a little faster, and squirrels with shorter fingernails or really stubby hands, we give them formulas to help them climb better. You know, kind of help the cycle along. I can't really stand to see animals that nature's not fair sometimes, so, you know, why am I talking about this? Just forget everything I told you, okay?
I'm going to go get a mask from Shylin. I'll see you later.
Why did I say that?
Oh!
Too much time in the steam room.
We get ready to head out. And,
Flint's face is like face planted into his pillow because he's so mad that he said that.
a reason why you're doing a smushy potato face?
I'm not doing what you're saying. That sounds cool, right?
Hey.
Valentine, let me...
Shylin?
Shylin, can I have one of those masks for this foraging adventure, please?
He hands her one. It's been folded up rather neatly.
Thank you. And she just kind of walks off. As she's walking by, she kind of glances at Seven's tent, then glances at Flint's, and then she just heads off and perches herself under a tree, kind of out of sight.
So, Rames, he kind of shuffles up to he kind of shuffles up to Shylin and Sybil. I assume that we're going to head out soon.
Looks like it, yes. Here, he hands Rains a face mask.
Flint actually exits the tent with the pillow still in his face.
It's Flint, I see you already have a face mask, but you might need your hands free, and he hands him a real one.
This time the pillow's full.
Didn't catch a word.
He said he's trying to be resourceful?
There's someone who speaks pillow.
Yes, well, the rest of us don't.
Flint puts the pillow back in the tent and starts putting on the face mask.
Don't worry, don't worry. He just leans down to Flint and says, don't worry, I've spoken to her before. I've wanted to bang my head again into something many times. I understand.
Oh, jeez.
Morning, Olwen.
Well, let's go find the plant that has no name.
Oh, no, it won't.
Really?
And then you see Flint kind of smile a little bit because he knows he has something in his notebook. Well, it won't have no name for long.
You've already got an idea, don't you?
Yes.
Have you been through the desert on a horse with no name?
Yeah, I've been trying to. Oh, I tried to get out of the rain, but obviously we can't do it here because we got out of the tent.
That's from a book, isn't it, Owen?
It's more of a song, but yeah, pretty much.
Ah, that sounded familiar.
Hee hee hee.
But anyway, let's
Wait.
get.
Did you know that in the desert they can't remember your name?
Hoshimi comes back and she gently taps on the canvas to Seven's tent. Seven. Seven, sweetie. Seven, it's time to get up.
Seven slowly stirs and. Why?
We've got some work to do, honey.
Work?
Yes, we have to go gather some of those plants, and then we have to head back. And then we have to head back to. Then we have to head back to Cord.
Why do I have to go? Can't we get some food first? I thought we were gonna hunt.
It's raining.
Seven looks up at her tent and realizes and hisses.
Okay, Rames,
Yes.
where is the meat for Seven?
Well, I. Give me 1 second. It's in one of these. So Rames just starts shuffling around in a bunch of plates. The first one he opens isn't the right one, but the second one is. He grabs some of the dried meat and runs over to Seven's tent.
You can stay here. No, you can stay here for the time being, and there should be plenty of food for you for now, okay? We'll be back as soon as we can.
Thank you. What does that mean? Oh, right to say. Why did I say that?
It's how you express gratitude for someone being kind to you.
Proud of you, Seven. There are some humans who don't even know how to do that.
Thank you for letting me stay.
Hoshimi goes in and gently scratches Seven behind the ear for a moment. You can go ahead and go back to sleep if you want. I'm sorry for bothering you.
Oh, you didn't. I'll guard the place. From the safety of the nest.
Seven. Please relax. We'll only be gone for a little while. Just make sure the horses don't run off. That's all I ask, okay?
I'll make sure they stay.
And make sure they stay without killing, injuring, or crippling them.
Oshimi said horses that we owned are good horses, not food. Horses spreads, not food. Got it.
I hate you.
He's already learning.
Beat me to it.
I hate
So-
you both!
So Rames just steps away from the tent, and he just kind of shakes his head a little bit. I don't know whether to treat her as a person or as an animal. It's so weird.
Person.
She's neither. Just treat her as Seven.
It'd be nice to
Clint,
have It'd be nice to have something to. It's a normal etiquette doesn't apply.
If you need a basis, treat her like Shylin.
Don't. Shylin just looks over at the two of them and says, "Don't. She doesn't deserve that."
Flint pokes his head in the tent to see if Seven's okay, and he's like, "Hey,
Are you all going?
well, I have the research and the notes and the know-how, so I kinda have to go. But I wanted to say sorry for being a little last night. I didn't mean to scare you, and I'm sorry."
She cocks her head to the side. What was it? Oh! You did the thing where you get annoyed. I didn't annoy you, did I?
Oh no, you actually helped. You helped a lot. You and everyone else really made me feel better after I had some time to cool down. You know, the fire pit was not the only fire that needed to be put out last night. So he looks at himself in kind of disappointment that he got angry last night.
Seven's entire feathers all over her neck kind of poof up, and you don't know if you can tell or not, but it looks like she's smiling before she picks you up and hugs you.
Flint gives her a big warm hug back, and Zoo hops onto her head and nuzzles her.
I'm sorry I can't be there. Wet feathers slows you down. I don't want to be slow, and I'll make sure the horses won't be eaten by anything, and including me.
We know you will. You sit and enjoy your meat and just enjoy the sound of the rain. We'll be back, and then we'll have more fun.
That's what this stuff is. I don't like it. It makes my feathers wet.
Yeah.
You get too lonely. Pikria's gonna be over there in the tent, one of the tents directly across from you. She's not coming with us. I mean, not to be racist, but you know how cats are.
I take offense, sir.
Seven kind of just cocks her head at him and then proceeds to show her flank to him. Well, then we both have something half in common.
Aw. You're both cat butts?
Basically.
Dog.
Yay! Somebody did get the reference.
Well,
Flint, you and Hoshimi and Sybil and please be safe.
I'll do my best to keep them all safe. No one's gonna hurt my friends while I'm around.
Yeah, Seven kind of looks like a helpless kid.
Sweeney Todd?
Seven kind of looks like a helpless kitten in that. Like, oh no, the parents are leaving the nest without me.
And then Flint walks over, gives her one more hug, and then and then says, "We'll be back. But in the meantime," and then he hugs her. "Hold on to this for me, okay?"
Hold on to what?
Warm feeling you get when you hug someone.
Okay. I will hold on to that. Yes.
Seven.
And then Flint zips up the tent and joins the group.
Before they go, Charlene just says, Seven,
Yeah?
do you know we'll be going up to the mountain area where we fought the bandits? Do you know how to find that place?
I'll use my nose.
If you get into trouble, fly to us, warn us.
I can't fly, but I can run.
You'll still be faster then. Run to us, warn us. Take Pikria with you if you can. Let her ride on top of you.
Even through the rain, I'll do it. But not right now, because rain's bad.
Good.